boom, boom. Bow, bow. What's going on, my friends? What is going on? Make sure I got mic, I got sound, I got video. Activate. Boom. There I am. Welcome to the Gym of All Trades Sunday Night Charts. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna get rocking tonight. Looking at Bitcoin tonight. Looking for a rally this week and next week probably. So let's see what the market's gonna do. Don't forget, I'm just your friendly neighborhood Elliott Wave trader. Gym of All Trades. Been here for quite a while in the space, since 2018. And we look at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s. We put it all together, see if we can figure out where the market's going. That's what we're going to do tonight. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the channel. What's up, Ricky Spanish? What's up, my man? How are things, brother? Evo, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Daniel, Keith, Moonboy accounts as always. Kimo Sabi's in the house, checking the audio and the video. Appreciate you, bro. Looks like we're going to have to go to Seth's house and help get his house in order, by the way. Johnny English, hello, there in South Carolina. Love it, kill it, crypto. What's up, man? I'm glad you like the titles. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, I think I said hi to everybody. Said hi to me. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Hey, ho. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right, we're here. We're going to jump in the charts. I'm not here to give you financial advice. Just going to do as I always do, show you the wave structures that I'm seeing, and I'll tell you when moon, okay? Hasta la vista, Barbie. When moon. Guy, I tell you what, it's probably not going to be as soon as we thought. I think it's going to be later in the year. I think we got to, I think maybe we're in for a, I'll talk about the moon boy counts, but I kind of feel like it might dump before it moons. All right, got the coffee. I think I got the mic, and we're ready to rock. All right, guys, let's jump into the charts. This is what I'm looking at on the smaller time frame. Looking at moving my B wave there. We're gonna put C down to here. I think that's where we're coming. There's two different counts. We could be done, could be on our way, or we could be coming right on back down tonight for that move before we head up. There's two options there. We could head up from here and keep rocking. Kind of pull back and keep going, or we could kind of dump here and work our way up. I'll show you what I'm seeing there. We'll do the small time frame count a little later, okay? But that's what I'm kind of looking at right now as a potential count. All right, let's see. Let's start with the macro ideas, and we'll move into the micro, and we'll go from there. All right, good to see you. 37 of you with 6 likes. If we could even those up, that'd be awesome. Just hit like for me. Let YouTube know that you like the channel, like the content. Let's jump in. Get the party started. Let's get the party started right now. Right now. It's crazy. We need to get the party going because I like to party. I party hard with bad impressions. Okay, all right. What's going on this count? Well, number one, I just starting from down here. I'm looking at this right there as a flat. Okay. Now the question is that flat finish? Is it going to make its way up here a little higher to these upper targets we've been looking at, or is it done? Okay. One might argue you have a finished wave structure. Right in here, you've got a finished wave structure. You can say 1, 2. That could be 3, 4, and so let me try that again. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there. There's your C wave of an A, B, and a C. So there's an ABC right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C wave. You could argue that's done. Okay, I think there's a good argument for that, and I think that could be an A wave or a W wave of a larger W. And now we're in the middle of an X wave that could be coming back to the bottom and then and then a Y wave back to the upside. Okay, so that WXY could be this X wave could be a WX, and now we're in the middle of a. Let me try this again. This X wave could be an ABC flat right in here. Now we're in the middle of C. A, 3 waves, B, C. So that might be that's a macro idea, guys, that we're watching for. Now, if this comes down 90%, a retrace of that wave instead of an ABC, instead of a WXY, we could get a it could be labeled ABC. We could be looking for 5 waves to the upside, something like this, where we get 5 waves to the upside. So there's some macro ideas for you right there. All right, now this is going to take a long time to play out, but this is my overall view. That's count number 1. That's your bearish count for now. That takes us down for the next several months into a downward spiral here. It doesn't mean we're going to go straight down in one day or 1 week or whatever like that. It's going to just start trending to the downside. That price is going to continue moving to the downside, and we need to be thinking short. Even though we could be, as my title of tonight's video says, we could be rallying. Okay, we could be into a fake rally this week, and maybe even into next week before we see a really radical move to the downside. So anyway, so how the question is, how is this going to go down? We're going to look at that in just a moment. But as we look at this as a macro idea, that's just an idea to keep in mind that we have a flat that finished. This was the flat that I've been calling for since November. It finished. It did not get extended. The C wave didn't get extended, and it is what it is. It's done. It's part of a larger correction here that we would then expect after this finishes. We would expect when it could finish anywhere. Sorry, it could finish anywhere in this area up here. Okay, in this liquidity zone. So it can go higher than I've got it drawn. Okay. But it can finish. I would expect somewhere around 50K retrace. So if this gets up here to there, then we would expect another 3-wave move back to the downside, probably down to about $6,000 to $4,000. Shoot, it could go even to $1,500. It could go that low. Now, I'm not here to tell you what the market's going to do. I'm just telling you how wave structure plays, how this market could move with wave structure. So we'd look at this as a 3-wave move. 3-wave move, and then a 3-wave move, and that would be an overall W, X, and a Y on the large time frame. Now that's a macro idea that could play. It may or may not play. All right, so I've spent some time explaining that. I think I want to go ahead and share a macro idea that takes us up now. So let's talk about a bullish count. The bullish count says, hey, listen, we haven't finished this flat that I already highlighted. We still have to come up to, I don't know, somewhere around 42 to 43K. That's a nice target zone. Let me pull the fibs on that guy. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, right in here. About, man, I pull the fibs differently every time. Around 43K is my target for this count. And what we would see here is that this is a 1, 2. We're going to put 3 right here. That's wave 4. And we're going to call 5 an extended 5th. It's going to get extended. Okay, so we're going to look at the 5th wave, some kind of extended 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Something like that. It's going to retest the top of this wave. Shoot, it could get even a little bit more extended up here, but I wouldn't be super happy with that. But I like the 43K range for this count. And what that would be is that would be a flat. Okay, that would be a with an extended 5th wave that gets us up here. And it's a real possibility for a count. So there's your Moon Boy count, guys, that we're about finished. We're about finished here, and we're getting ready to go up for not a fake rally, but a real rally. Now, I didn't title my video according to that count this time because, you know, I kind of feel like there's a good chance because all of the markets are looking kind of toppy right now. All the markets are looking somewhat toppy. In other words, they're kind of reaching a point where I'd say, hey, we're probably looking for a 3rd wave, a big move to the downside that's coming. So we're going to look at the broad market tonight and I'll show you what I'm seeing there. So I lean more towards the first count that I shared with you guys rather than this count, though I recognize the possibility that this count is real and it's a possible play that could be taking place on a chart near you soon. All right. So anyway, with that said, so those are the two macro ideas. Now you've got to keep those two counts in mind as we move forward in the live stream, okay? Because now what we need to do, okay, let's go back here. Let me duplicate this chart here just real quick. Now what we need to do here is, let me just get this down a little bit. Boom. Remove my drawings. Boom. There we go. Excuse me. What we need to do, let me get the other count on the screen, back on the screen here. We're going to put wave 5 right there. And we're going to call this A, B, and we're looking for a C wave here. Okay. So this is count number 1. And then we would expect a moonshot or a big, not a moonshot, but a bigger wave count after this comes down. So yeah. All right. So let me just check the chat here, see what you guys are saying real quick before I move on. How we doing? Oh, not a lot of chat going on. You guys are listening carefully. Okay. What's up, Crypto Fitter? Glad you're here watching. All right. So let's keep rocking. All right, so we got two counts. Let's keep those both in mind. And what we now need to do is take a peek right here at what's going on in here. What is going on in this range here? What is the wave structure pointing to? And hold on. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I stopped my computer.
What is the wave structure going to do here? Or what is the wave structure pointing to? Is it pointing to the upward count, the downward count? So let's do some work on the smaller time frame. We got the bigger picture ideas. Now let's do some work on the smaller time frame. See where price might be headed. Okay, that's kind of where we are. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Let me remove my drawings here. Boom, there we go. All right, what could be playing here? What could be happening? Let's go to the 4 hour. There we go. That's better. All right, if we're going up to the upside, okay? If we're going to go with a moon boy count, let's just talk moon boy count just for a minute. What you have to do then is you have to say that this was a W, that's an X, and that's a Y. That's your count. That's your count for that. Now that's problematic. That count's problematic. And let's talk about why that count is problematic. I'm curious. Let's take a quick poll. How many of you, that's exactly the way you're looking at this count? You're looking at this wave as a 3-wave move. How many of you out there are looking at the wave? You say, that's my first count, Jim, for this, that is a correction. Anybody out there? I'm going to take a minute and see what you guys are saying on that. Do you guys think it's a WXY right there, 333, or do you think it's something different? I'm going to show you why I don't think this is, but I'm curious to know how many of you say, yeah, that's exactly your count. Anybody out there? Anybody? Let's see how long it takes you guys to catch up with the chat. What I just said. I'll just pause for a moment and see what you guys are saying there. You lost count of the counts. Come on. Okay, Adrian, instead of a WXY, has a WXYZ. That's a better count, Adrian, than a WXY for sure. WXYXZ. I'm cool with that. I mean, that's a fine count. Now here's the deal. If you're going to call this a WXY, the problem is it only came to the 618 extension. In other words, the second, if you're saying, boom, that's 3 waves, that's 3 waves, and then that's 3 waves, this set of 3 waves did not come to an extension that really matches that. They're not really where we want to see. It couldn't be a simple ABC, Ryan, because I mean, a simple ABC would need to be a 5-3-5, right? It would need to be a 5-3-5 or a 3-3-5. There's no ABC there, Ryan, on this move to the downside. Unless okay, I guess I guess you would have to call this 5 waves there, 3 waves there, and then you'd have to say it's an ending diag. All right, so if that's your count, I guess is that an okay ending diag? I suppose. Yeah, okay. I hadn't considered that. Yeah, okay. There's an ending diag possibility for you. So if that's an A and that's a B, then you got an ending diag C. That kind of works. Extension's good for that. You know, that's a count that I really hadn't seen. You made me look at that by saying ABC. Is wave 3 the small? Wave 3 is not the smallest, so we're okay. If fits all the rules, 3, 3, 3. Wave 4 is kind of cheesy, but it works. 3, 3. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a 3-3-5, but I like this as a 5-3-5 with an ending diag. That's the only way I can call that an ABC. So I'm okay with that as an ABC. So that's got to be your count. Anyway, either way, if you're a moon boy, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at this as a finished 3 waves. WXY is problematic. I do actually like, Ryan, I do like an ABC here. Don't like a 3-3-5 because the 3-3-5 ABC, the B wave has to retrace 90% of the A wave, and you don't have that here. However, you do have a 5-3-5 there. As long as you can finagle, and that's the problem here, you got to be able to finagle 5 waves out of this first move. And for me, that's just kind of an is what it is wave. It doesn't look like 5 waves, looks more like 3 waves. But that's what you've got to say if you're bullish. That we finished a correction right here, okay? That's a finished correction. So if you're a moon boy, that's what you got to say, regardless, okay? And then what? What do you do with it after that? What do you do with it after that? Well, what you do is you got a finished 5 waves move to the upside. Now what you got is you got a 1, 2 right there. We're going to call that 3, that 4. We're going to call that 5. That's a real potential done move right there. You got a, let's see, we got a B, and a C right there. Kind of a running flat with an ending diag 5th wave. And so that's what you're saying if you're bullish. Okay, that's an impulse wave, and that's a wave 1 of something. And now what you're doing is you're looking for 3 waves to finish. You're looking for some kind of a 3-wave move to retrace this thing, come back 50 to 60% down here, and then you're looking for a move back to the upside. There's your moon boy count for you, okay? So you're looking at this wave we're currently in, saying, hey, looking for 3 waves. Looking for 3 waves. So moon boys are saying, hey, and it's okay to be moon boy, really. I mean, it's one of my counts, but I don't buy it and right now, but I'm open. I'm ready to go long right about now. I'm ready for a long here, but I'll show you what I'm seeing here. So the question is, do we have 3 waves right there? Is that an ABC? And is that the correction that the moon boys are looking for? Because once we get that 3-wave correction, then we look for another moonshot to the upside. Okay? Excuse me. I'm just reading the comments here. What did you say? Buddy Poppins? Buddy Poppins. Yeah, that's my other count, buddy. I'll show you. I'll show you the count. I'm just going over counts that aren't my count right now. So I'm going over moon boy counts. I'm a more bearish I'm looking at this as an ABC expanded flat as well. So anyway, with that said, Moon Boys are saying, hey, okay, we're looking for an ABC. And the question is this an A wave, and is that finished? Okay. So I think there's a couple of ways to look at what's going on right here. Here's one way to look at it. You got a 1, you got a 2. Okay. We're going to call this wave 3, that wave 4, and this is wave 5. Okay. So you can look at that as a finished 5-wave move. Okay. You'd have this as a W, an X, and I don't mean ABC. Come on. You'd have this as a W. Let's see, where was I? Right there. X and a Y wave right there. It's kind of a trashy little section in there, but that's the way you would count that as a WXY wave 4. Okay. And then this as a wave 5 to the downside. Okay. I'll get back to the chat in just a minute, guys. So then what you've got to do is say, okay, I've got a leading diag maybe starting here. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 leading diag. And now what I'm looking for is a finished ABC. We got an A wave. We may have B, looking for C or a W, X, and a Y, something like that. Looking for this to finish if it's not finished already. We're going to work on this little area right now, and then we're looking for more upside. Okay. Looking for more upside. Now, what that could be is an A, a B, and a C wave, retracing this as your A wave. So that could be A. Moon Boys are looking for this B wave to finish, and then you're looking for C. Once C finishes, we're ready to rock. That's going to take a couple of weeks, okay? So, Moon Boys, you're not ready to go long yet. You're not ready to go to the moon yet. We need to see this B wave take place, and then a C wave. And once that's done, then you're ready for a potential move. So that's the way Moon Boys are looking at the chart right now. More than likely looking at this as an initial wave to the upside, looking for a 3-wave pullback and continuation. Okay? And the continuation, more than likely, is going to be extended and fast. Okay? It's going to be extended and fast. So if you want your Moon Boy count, then you're looking for something. You're looking for this to finish and this to just whip up here really fast. Okay? So, again, that's your Moon Boy count. There you go. All right. Now that's not my preference of a count, but that's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to look at that as a 3-wave move, and that's the way you're looking at the charts more than likely. Now let's look at this again and say, okay, what are some other possibilities here? Okay. One of the ways I'm looking at it primarily is I'm looking at this right here as a W, an X, and a Y wave right in there, okay? Then we've got a clear 3-wave move right there, and then we've got a WXY right in there. That's a 3-wave move, followed by an impulse wave that finished right here with an ending diag, okay? So I'm looking at that move right there as a flat, all that goes together. So I'm looking at that as your A, your B, and C wave, and that C wave finished with an ending diag right here after a complex wave 4. Okay, and then we've rejected and we have moved beyond. We've gone beyond, and we've got a wave 1 potentially finished. Wave 1, or that's a potential wave 1 there, and we're looking for a wave 2. So the Bear Boys are looking at the same structure here, saying, "Hey, listen, that's not a B wave. That's a wave 2 for a larger impulse to the downside." Okay, so we'd be looking for a bigger move, a much bigger move to the downside as a bearish count. Okay. So, but the interesting thing is that the bulls and the bears kind of overlap here in the sense that we're kind of looking for a three-wave pullback here. Kind of looking for a 3-wave pullback here. Looking for the C wave. Let's get up here, get a nice C wave finished, and once C is done, let's go down for an impulse wave. So we'd have the bull boys are looking for ABC and looking to go long. The bear boys are looking for 1, 2, And then they're probably looking for 1, 2, 1, 2, and then fall off the cliff. Okay, it's going to play in this range longer, and then eventually fall off the cliff and come way down. Okay, so there's kind of the way the Bear Boys are looking at the charts. Okay, so I mean, really, there's kind of any number of ways to look at it. Now, why is it important to have a general understanding of both the bull and the bear counts? Because what we want to do as Elliott wave traders is track as this wave moves. We want to keep track of the ideas that are in play. So as we develop our trading strategy, we can shift as we see wave structures developing, pointing us to which count that we believe is more likely, whether the bull count is more likely or the bear count is more likely. It will reveal itself at some point in time, and so we need to pay attention to it. So right now, we're not here to tell you which count is correct and where the market is definitely going. I'm not here to tell you. I'm here to tell you it could go up or down. But I'm not here to leave you high and dry like everybody else on the internet. I'm going to say if it goes up, this is kind of what you're looking for as the evidence for the upside. If it's going down, this is kind of what you're looking for as the evidence goes down. And what we do is as more and more data comes in, as the wave structure gives us another piece of the puzzle, it's kind of like name that tune, guys. It's kind of interesting. You played Name That Tune before, where remember that game show where they said, hey, I can name that tune in 3 notes, and I can name that tune in 5 notes or whatever. And what they do is they play a certain number of notes until finally somebody recognizes the tune. Okay, if I just sang da da da. If I played those 3 tunes, what song is that? Da da da. Who needs some more notes? Well, I mean that could be, and you can start thinking about what it could be, and so as you get more notes, you begin to recognize the song. Well, that's the same way with the waves that you see. You see the waves in front of you. You say, okay, I see these waves. As I interpret those waves, that could be this, or I can see the possibility for it being this. And you look at the different possibilities, and then you make your best guess as to what it might be, and you make good trading plans based upon what the RSI is telling you, what the rest of the market correlation is telling you, what the DXY as well as the other charts like the S&P and the NASDAQ are telling you, and you kind of put all that analysis together, and that's what we do here on Sunday nights. And when you put all that together, then you just build a trading strategy for how to trade around that. But we're not left high and dry, not knowing where things might be going. I don't know where it's going. I'm not here to tell you where it's going, but I'm here to tell you what the wave structure is pointing to. Okay, what the wave structure is pointing to. As an example, for instance, this afternoon I got home from church this afternoon, and I saw a wave structure that caused me to short. I shorted the market. Okay, and you say, what did you see, Jim, that made you take the short? Well, here's what I saw. I saw 3 waves to the upside. I saw 3 waves to the downside. I saw 3 waves to the upside. Then I saw a rejection with a 3-wave pullback, and I took a short right in this range, right in there. And I took my profit right down here, okay? Because as an Elliott wave trader, that's a setup for me. That's a wave structure that I recognize. And I said, oh, I know that wave structure. And it was pointing down to me. It was pointing to the downside. Took my profit at the 1-to-1, and that was my trade. Now I'm waiting for the next trade. Well, I see a couple of options now. I see a potential here for this to be a flat. Okay, in other words, I see this to be a potential 3 waves, and there's we could see that as 3 waves, and I could see this as 5 waves right there, and all of that could be a B wave. Okay, all of that could be a B wave for what I'm looking at as an A. Okay, and then all of that is a B wave. Right? So what's that make me look? I'm looking for C. I'm looking for C to the downside. And then I would see that as a 3-wave correction that corrected this wave right here. And then Once that's finished, I'd be looking for a long. Okay, that's how we look at small time frame wave structure, and we just get a sense for where these waves might go based upon the 5s and the 3s that we put together. Now, is this the only thing it could be? No, it's not the only thing it could be, because we could already have a finished 3-wave move. Okay, in other words, we could have a finished. There's your W wave, there's your X wave, and then there's your Y wave right there. Boom, 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 right there. So that could be finished. A, B, C, W, X, Y, however you want to look at it. That could be done. Could be complete. Okay, so if that's complete, then we're looking to the upside now. We're looking for this to start shooting the moon now, and this is going to continue to break to the upside. This is going to continue moving to the upside here, and that's what I would expect. And so, looking for a trade setup. Whether if I get a stop hunt to the low here, come on. If I get a stop hunt to the low, all right, then I'm going to be looking for 3 waves to the downside, right there, or actually 5 waves. Excuse me. Looking for 5 waves to the downside, stop hunt the low. If I get such a thing, I'll take a long. Okay, I'll take a long, because then what it looks like I have is some kind of a ugly leading diag, okay, with a 3-wave pullback. That gives me a setup to trade, and I can trade that long if that plays out. If that doesn't play out, I don't have this setup, and I haven't lost anything. Okay, so that's the way I'm thinking about it. That's the way we as Elliott wave traders, we think about the market. We look at wave structures and we predict the next potential wave. Okay, so with that said, guys, we've looked at the macro wave structure and we say, okay, all right, so if a wave finished right here, if that finished as an ending diag right there, all right, then that finished something, and this is starting something new. Whether it's an ABC, a 3-wave move, or a 5-wave move to the downside, which I don't know. So I'm looking at this wave and I'm interpreting this, and I'm saying, okay, I'm looking at that and I'm saying that's an impulse wave. And I've got a couple of ways to count that. Okay, one way to count that, and I've already given it to you, is that we've got a 1, 2, 3 to here. This is an ugly 4, and then a 5th wave to the downside. There's 5 waves. And now what we're doing is making some kind of A, B, and C to the upside. That's what I'm looking to play out. Looking for a 5-wave move to the upside. But like I just showed you on the small time frame, we could still get a hit to the low in 5 waves tonight. Okay, before we get a rally that's going to take Bitcoin up this week, have an upward trajectory this week. But this would rally into what I think would be another move to the downside. Okay, and so the market would experience that as a fake rally. Okay, it would. Now for us Elliott guys, it's not a fake rally. It's just a C wave of a correction. It's an ABC, and C waves are going to be fast and furious. They're going to be impulsive, but it's a C wave of a correction. Okay, and that means we would be coming back down and be ready to trade that. All right, how are you guys doing with all that stuff? Lots of chat here. Evo, I gave the bearish count. I'm not sure if you missed it or not. Rohit Raj, I saw you and I've seen you. I don't take requests until I've done my full analysis of Bitcoin and the rest of the market. So you got to kind of hang in there. Usually around 10 o'clock, 10:15, I'm about ready for it. So, all right. So, okay. I'm just making sure you got the bearish count there, Evo. All right, what did I miss in the chat? Anything? Did I miss anything in the chat? What's up, James? Good to see you, buddy. James Bond. What's up in Puerto Rico there? Negative Fibonacci. Ryan Lewis, what are you saying? Negative 27 Fibonacci from the current range high. Lines up with 28K. Filling the bullish candle breaker. The weekly time frame. Looking for longs there. Set it to 40,000. Okay. 28K, huh? Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I'm looking for over the next several weeks right here, this count right here. So the question is, are we going to go down and hit this low here first, or are we going to rock to the upside? I kind of think we made a flat in here, and then we're ready to come down for a C wave tonight. So let's get set up today and tomorrow for this move to the downside. Maybe see if that plays. Otherwise, let's see if let's see what happens there. Glad you like the count, Evo. Glad you like the count. And Rohit, I definitely will get your. I'll get to your request. I promise. I just need to get what I do. I have this system, right? I go through Bitcoin and do the Bitcoin analysis. Make sure I've done my due diligence there, and then we begin looking at the rest of the market to do correlation analysis on Ethereum, XRP, XLM, ADA. I've got a handful that I look at every day. We look at the DXY, the S&P, and once we've done all that analysis, we'll have a general concept for where the market's going. Once we put all those pieces of the puzzle together, and then once we do that, and then we can just start looking at all the other charts, and we'll have a sense for where it might be going based on that analysis. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps you understand. So this count right here is actually bullish and bearish, guys. This count says, hey, this might be A, B, and C for that's your bull count, and we reverse here after coming down here somewhere after a three-wave move. We reverse and we go to the moon. Okay, the bearish count saying, hey, no, listen, this is a wave one. Oh, come on, this is a wave one, and this is a wave two. We're looking for the beginning of wave three. And we're going to keep trucking, and it's going to be fast and furious to the downside. Okay, so that's kind of that's kind of the way we're looking at the market. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at the market right now. Let's look at Ethereum, see if any of that lines up, especially small time frame. But let's take a peek at Ethereum. Now Ethereum looks like a flat played out as well. So we've got this three-wave move there, and there. There's your flat. Okay. So we started out with some kind of an A wave. Boom. I think that's 5 waves. We've got this flat B wave to here, and now we're looking for a C wave to come on down. That C wave I would expect is going to be 5 waves. Since we started with 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since we started with 5, the 4 does not overlap the 1 here. Okay, so that's fine. That's fair. It's valid. Looks like a decent impulse wave. Okay, so 3, 3, and then 5. That looks like an expanded flat. Looks beautiful. Okay, this is kind of why I like the expanded flat on Bitcoin. Then we're looking for this first wave to finish, and I think it's about done. Looks like we've broken structure here. On the higher time frame, we've broken structure. We're retesting, looking for a long here, looking for a long, looking to take some kind of a long for a third wave here, something like that. Unless it wants to come up and get a lot more complex, which it can get a lot more complex inside here, and that's what you got to pay attention to, guys. It doesn't have to get easy. It can be real hard. Okay, it can be a lot more complex, and we've got it. So this looks like an initial wave. Looks like we've got about 3 waves working. This may have to come down a little bit more one more time before it goes up. But looking for a 3-wave pullback and then a continuation to the downside. And that correlates exactly with what we're seeing with Bitcoin. So I'm looking at that structure saying, hey, yeah, guys, this is looking toppy. I'm not seeing the upside counts as much as I'm seeing this downside idea. So Ethereum is jiving with the Bitcoin count. Now, with that said, remove my drawings. Let's go to the 2-day chart. How about the weekly chart? Okay. Notice on the weekly chart here on Ethereum, there's something interesting. On the weekly chart, we have broken the structure. We've broken the structure to the downside. In other words, we were making a nice weekly trend to the upside, but this move right here has broken the RSI's momentum structure in such a way that it's not looking good. It looks more bearish right now, ready for a downside move. Okay. So this does, in fact, look like a three-wave move, okay? Now, I don't think this three-wave move is finished. I think that's the W wave of a larger correction. So I'm looking for something like this and then something like that, okay? So I'm looking for something to end up coming down here at something on the weekly chart. That's going to be the next year of price action, guys. That's going to be the next 6 months of price action, I should say. Into the next year, okay, and then moon after that next year. So, so that's the way I'm thinking about. That's the way I'm thinking about the Ethereum chart, okay. But that's bearish overall. That's a bearish idea, okay. So we'd be looking at something like this, and then that's a larger three-wave move. W, X, Y, okay? Coming back down to this region here, coming back down here, all right? And then we would end up going, okay? So you see how you have 3 mountain peaks here, okay? That may be what we're getting here. Now, this was a shallow retrace there, got to admit. So, I mean, is this all we're going to get? Is that all we're going to get before we work our way down to, to these lower levels? Maybe. That might be the case. All right, but regardless, this is looking three-wave-ish and it's looking finished. Notice the hidden bearish divergence on the weekly chart. Okay, so at the top of this wave, down here, okay, the same wave on the RSI is right there. Okay, so that's hidden bear. Okay, that means price is retraced on the weekly, all right, but it doesn't have the same momentum to reach back up to higher highs. In other words, the bulls came in, they did their best, okay, but it doesn't have the same momentum as the bearish sentiment does. Well, it looks like we're going to turn back down and either make another low or a three-wave correction so the bulls can come back in. So if we get a three-wave correction, then the bulls come back in for another wave. That might be a three-wave correction back to the upside, like so, okay, followed by downside. In other words, guys, I'm looking at the next several years, and I'm not thinking we're mooning, guys. This isn't the time where you guys are going to get rich by buying and holding long. You're going to have to learn to trade in this environment. You're going to have to learn to trade in this environment. You're going to have to learn how to play the ups and the downs, and that's what I do on my channel. That's what I do in my Discord every day. I do 2 live streams a day. We look at the wave structure, and I teach people how to trade with good risk management. Okay, and I have a system. I've got trade setups that I trade regularly that have a high percentage of wins, but that doesn't make the difference. The difference is your psychology and your ability to manage your risk and manage your emotions. Especially, I teach a lot about emotions and emotional trading, how fear, hope, and greed can ruin you. So come into the Discord if you want a mentorship. I'm mentoring one person right now. We're having a great time. It's been really, really good just to get back to the fundamentals with this individual. He's been trading for a bit, not succeeding. We're just getting back to the fundamentals of trading. And so I've got a mentorship on my Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, it's one-on-one trading. It's $350 for a month of mentorship. And it's well worth the education. That's a cheap class for a one-on-one with a guy who's been trading since 2018. Okay? And I'll teach you about all my failures and successes, and I'll show you my pattern for success. And if you can do it, you can develop yourself into a winning trader. But you've got to manage your emotions. It depends on you and what your willingness to discipline yourself and follow the setup. Not just the setup, but to follow your strategy that you develop with rules and proper risk management. So anyway, would love to have you guys in the Discord. We've also got just a plain membership that's $40 a month, and you get two live streams a day. You get the educational information. And then there's another one where I share my trade setups on a regular basis as well. So anyway, love to have you guys in the Discord. I don't often plug it. I haven't plugged it in a while, so I just wanted to plug the Discord. Come on in. This is the time to learn how to trade in this bear market, because if you can trade in this environment, you can trade anywhere. All right, there you go. There's the shameless plug there. All right, so there's Ethereum. Ethereum is lining up exactly with what we're seeing for Bitcoin. And it's actually, the RSI is kind of pointing to the downside right now. Now that could change, okay? And let me just say that could change here. If we get a big bullish week and the RSI takes us up, this could come up and take the high out. In fact, it looks like it might need to. Okay, some of the just to be contrarian to my own viewpoint right now, it looks like this could take a turn right here, and make a turn to the upside. So. Let me see how my stream is doing here. We doing okay. Green light. Everything's looking good. Okay, good deal. Somebody looks like I think just somebody make a comment there. Let me make sure that everything's good in the stream. Okay, because I'm all right. With that said, just looking at the shape of this without getting real in depth, I am bullish for this week. I kind of bullish this week for a time, and we'll see what the wave does. But I wouldn't mind seeing Ethereum do something like this. That would be awesome if we got a wave like that. I would like that a whole lot. Okay, and so that's the bullish idea again, and that jives with what we're seeing with Bitcoin. So the big question, the big question is, do we have an expanded flat here, right there? Is that an expanded flat to expect downside? Or is this part of a three-wave system that corrected, it's a bear flag, it's done, and this is the beginning of something new to the upside? Is that, so that's the question. That's where we are. Okay, one might argue that we got 5 wave on Ethereum. We got 5 wave. Oh, come on. We got 5 waves to this point right there, and then this could be a 3-wave pullback that finished, and now we're bullish again, ready to go to the upside. Okay, that's a possibility as well. That's a possibility of way of looking at the market as well. And so now let's talk about another count here, okay? Let's talk about another count here for Bitcoin, because I want to do my due diligence in covering all the counts. We could have, this could be an A, B, and a C wave right there. That's another possibility. And this is a flat ABC, and that's finished. And we've actually begun something to the upside right here. We've got a 1 and a 2. And we're looking for this to go. We get up and go impulsively. We're looking for this to start working its way up to the upside. That there's a possible count as well. That's a possible way of looking at this market. That this was an impulse wave to there. It's 5 waves. Okay, and this was a 3-wave pullback. It's a shallow retrace, but it's done. And looking for something to the upside now. So there's a contrarian viewpoint for the counts that I've already shared with you. So I don't know the answer to that, guys. I don't know what the market's going to do. I'm not here to tell you what the market is going to do. I'm just trying my best to interpret the wave structures, to apply Elliott wave theory to it, and come up with some the best ideas that I can for wave structure, where price might be going and how. Okay, all right. So let's take a peek at ADA. Okay, so what is ADA doing? Let's zoom out on the daily and just take a peek. So what we're going to do now, after looking at Ethereum, we're going to look at the rest of the market and say, okay, what is the rest of the market saying about what this is? Now, What's interesting about this is that it really looks like you have a three-wave move to the upside, and this looks like a three-wave move to the downside. Okay? Now, the question is, what is this three-wave move to the downside? Is that the beginning? Now, I'll tell you what, ADA is really tough, okay? But I'm wondering if this wave is going to finish and how it might finish. Could this be the end, the beginning of an ending diag, where you have a 1-2, and now we're in the middle of a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, now it's going to get us down here close to 5 cents. Okay, close to 6 cents, whatever. It's going to get us pretty close to 0, where ADA just might look like it's on its death door. That's the way. That's one way of interpreting these waves here. That you have 3 waves to the up, you got 3 waves to the down. Actually, you got this 3 waves was a correction, and now this 3 waves is the beginning of a diag. So now what we're looking for is another 3 waves for 3, back up, and then 3 more. Okay, so watch out for that. That's your bearish look at ADA. That's the way I'm looking at that wave. Okay, what else could we have here? Well, this could be a flat, where you have 3 to the upside, you have 3 to the downside. Now I'm looking for 5 waves to the upside, in which case you've got some kind of a leading diag. We're looking for a 3-wave 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for this to impulse up here and get up close to 75 cents back up into this range. So that could be some kind of a flat, okay, where we're still looking for this downside 2 wave. We're looking for this thing to finish. So we're looking for a pump and then a dump, okay? So this jives with what we're seeing in Bitcoin, okay? This is agreeing with what we're seeing in Bitcoin. We're seeing a little bit of a pump here, okay, into here to finish this as an A, and then a B, and then we're looking for a C wave, a 5-wave move to retest the lows here, okay, before we get a bigger move to the upside after that, okay? Yeah, I got my voice back. Thanks, J-Mark. All right, so that's kind of, that's a real potential here. And so if this were the case of looking at this wave, we're looking for a long this week, looking for a long trade, not looking short. We're looking long, and this week or so, and once this pumps, once this rally comes, we're going to see a dump, and it's going to be kind of a big dump into September time frame. Okay, going to retest these lows. Okay, and that might be a 1 and a 2 of a larger flat to the upside. Okay, so it just depends on how you want to look at that market, guys. If you're bullish, but we're still bearish in the short term on both of those counts. Okay, still bearish in the short term on both of those counts. All right. On the daily chart, you can see that price has broken to the... Oh, come on. Price has broken to the downside, is now retesting the upside. So looking for this to retest a little bit right here before working its way down again in the RSI. All right, so ADA still rhyming with their ideas for Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. So wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a... wouldn't on the on Ethereum, wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a pump here. We got 3 looking for 3 or 5 here. Okay, once that finishes, we're looking for more downside, more than likely, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, something like that, or an A, B, and a C wave. In which case, that ABC would just retest this area and then go to the upside. Okay, all right, so there's ADA and how that fits with ETH as well. Let's look at XRP, because XRP, everybody's super interested in. Of course you are. Why not? Why not be interested in it? All right, XRP looks to be done with a 3-wave move. So I wouldn't mind. I think this is ready to rock to the upside here. Looking for boom, boom, and then boom. Okay. Question is this going to come hit the low one more time? Could come hit the low, make another low, and come back up. No problem. So this is looking very, very good. to the upside. Again, I'm bullish for this week, even though we might get a little bit more dumpy tonight into tomorrow, something like that. Still bullish bias this week for an upward move, looking for something like that. Okay, and then I would expect this to roll over and to continue down. So we got boom, 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 something like that. Or yeah, I think that's a fair count where you got 3 here, 3 here, and then some 3 down here, retesting this breakout here. And so this would correlate with a Bitcoin move down to 15, 16K. Okay, if Bitcoin wants to dive that low. So that's your potential count there. But we haven't yet on XRP. We have not taken back the territory that it normally takes back. Okay, in other words, when you have a breakout in XRP like that, normally price works its way down back to the area where it broke out. That's normally the way XRP likes to move. I'm still looking for that to kind of happen here, but I think it's a good chance we get a little pumpy this week before we get dumpy later. Okay, so that's the way I'm looking at that chart there. That's XRP. You can kind of see that all these charts, all the wave patterns are kind of looking like, hey, we need this wave to pump before we get a dump. So I'm kind of looking for this pump here. Okay, it may have already started on Bitcoin. Okay, it may have already started. It probably has. Here's your 1 wave, and then you already got 3 waves right there. There's 2. It's already begun. You get a 3-wave pullback and then continuation. So yeah, that's a real possibility right there. Okay, so this is going to continue pumping to the upside. And that would be A, B, and C. Instead of 1, 2, it should be A, B, C. Then we'll look. Once that plays out, looking for the downside move. That's Bitcoin. You can see how all the charts are kind of pointing the same direction. Kind of looking for this to pump. It gets you that 3rd wave move and then dump. Boom, boom, boom. Because looks good. That looks really good. Okay, that's ADA. ETH, same thing. Kind of looking for pump. There's your 3-wave move and then dump. Boom, boom, boom. Looking good. Okay, so everything's kind of rhyming here. All the waves are kind of pointing to the same idea. Same concept here. Okay. XLM. Let's see if XLM, I'll tell you what, the wave structure has been super challenging. But, again, we got pump, correction. So we're going to get another pump here. Okay. What is this? Boom, 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 boom. There's 3 waves and then dump after that. So that would be a 3-wave move, and then we dump it. Maybe. It's an idea. Maybe. Or this was 3 waves. We just pull back a little bit and then we dump that way. That's a possibility as well. All right. XLM, not super helpful. I'm not sure what the wave structure's saying here. I know somebody out there saying that's a triangle. So I know what somebody out there has got these lines on their XLM chart. I know you do. If that's you, go ahead and fess up to it now. You've got those lines on your XLM chart. You're looking for the breakout. It's probably going to break out to the upside. It probably will. If that is a triangle, it's going to break out to the upside and dump. A, B, C, D, E. Done. Ready to go up. Boom. Let's go hit this high and then go down. Okay. This breaks this low. This pumps and then breaks the low. Watch out for that move where it pumps, breaks that trend line, fakes out, comes down, and starts coming down this way. That's a real possibility as well. Not a big fan of XLM, but did I? All right. Yeah. Now I'll go ahead and take requests here if you guys want to. But let's look at the DXY. Go ahead and get your requests in. I'll look at the DXY quickly. This is the way I'm looking at DXY. I'm looking at this as a flat. I'm looking at this as A, B, looking for C. Okay. So once this plays, if I'm right about this, then we're looking for a rally in the DXY. So that's one of the reasons why I'm looking for a dump in the other markets and BTC and whatnot, because I'm looking for this rally to take place here in Bitcoin. And right now, I think it's real plausible. I think it's real plausible that we go sideways here for a bit. So I think that's a real possibility. Excuse me. Oh man, excuse me. Woo. Excuse me. All right. So DXY, my bullish idea has us going up for a C wave here. A, B, C. Okay. So we're gonna get a rally for a while, and then we're gonna dump later on. Okay. The DXY looks like it's gonna die later on. So that means we dump between now in the regular markets. We dump between now and maybe September, October, November time frame, and then we pump in those other markets later. But right now, we're looking for an upside here. Let's see if we get that for DXY. So that's my main idea there. I suppose we could get some kind of three-wave move back and then more downside. Okay. We could get some kind of a smaller five-wave boom, 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 and then more downside too. But I'm looking for some kind of rally here. Okay. Whether it's up here or just right here as a running, then there's going to be more downside later. So I think more downside is coming later. The question is when. When? This year or next? Ooh, excuse me. I'm starting to get tired. I even had a cup of coffee. It's just not doing the trick. All right. I had a request for a comp. I'll look at that in just a moment. Let's look at the S&P real fast on the daily chart. S&P looking good, looking about finished, looking kind of toppy here, guys. So here's what I'm seeing for on the daily chart for the S&P. You'll notice this nice trend right here. Okay, you'll notice that beautiful trend. Okay, now this could turn up and continue up and get more. So that could this go up and break the top? You better believe it could. It could totally do that. If it does that, then I'm going to have to relook at this wave and think maybe this was WXYXZ and this is a pumpy pump. This is going to give us a little bit more pumpy pump to the upside. But I'm seeing this divergence down here. Okay, seeing this divergence play out right there. Okay, so I'm wondering if price is going to break to the downside. Oh, excuse me. If price is going to break to the downside here. Okay. So I wonder if we're going to get a break of this price structure right there, down, and that would be a three-wave move. Boom, boom, boom. That would be, and this would be A down here. This would be B. Looking for C, and that's going to be a massive sell-off. Okay, that's going to correlate right there with what we're seeing in Bitcoin. We're seeing this potential for a sell-off here on S&P. We're seeing this strong potential here of a break to the downside right now, or in these ranges that we're at. We're looking toppy here, okay? We're looking toppy, and I see this sell-off. So here's the deal. What I would do if I were you is I would have this trend line drawn on my daily chart. I would have this trend line drawn on price. Price breaks down from here, okay? I think you can have even a tighter trend right here. Price breaks this to the downside significantly and closes beyond that. I think that's worthy of watching, and you should see what that does to the RSI. If that breaks the RSI to the downside like that, then I would say, hey, listen, that's bearish, and that's a confirmation of a bearish bias. Okay? So that's a real possibility for the S&P. All right, the Nasdaq is looking the same. Let's look at the Nasdaq for a moment. We're looking dumpy. We got an initial impulse wave, a diag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
with a three-wave pullback. It's the same kind of wave on the NASDAQ. We've come up a little higher than the S&P has. And it's pretty extended. It's pretty extended too, but I think it's about finished, maybe. If you'll notice on the daily chart, we are a little bit more in danger of breaking this in the daily. Let's look at the 3-day. The 3-day gives a beautiful trend right there. And the 3-day is threatening to the downside, okay? Is threatening that move. So we have to watch out for this move. This downward play on the NDX is real possible. Watch for price to break that to the downside on the NASDAQ. Okay? All right. Let's give me a moment. I'm going to go pour a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. And then I will take a look at your charts. We'll look at comp first, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I'm bad. Okay. All right, so that's my overlook on the market, guys. I think overall, everything's rhyming. Everything's looking about the same, and I feel pretty decent about the analysis. So with that said, let's, Kimo, if you could get me a list of... Give me a list. Oh, you got it. Perfect. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? All right. Let's get to my ADA chart. I can see that play out, Evo. I can totally see that. It looks good. All right, comp is first. Let's look at it. And no, guys, if you want me to look at some stocks, I'd be glad to look at some stocks as well. Thanks, Chemo. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So you kind of see you got a three-way move off the top with this hidden bull, but this has come back up here on the 4-hour, and comp is looking, and this is looking very flattish and finished. So I mean, we look at this and say, hey, we got a three-way move here. Boom. Oh, come on. 3, 3. If. Looking at that as a B right there. Boom, boom. you kind of just want to look at this and say, boom, 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 right there. It looks done. That looks done. Looks like a finished three-wave move. Okay. There was some hidden bull here, but that's looking done-ish. I don't like it though, but that's the way it looks. Kind of gives you the three-wave look. Which would be followed by a downward move. Now this could come and take the top out. It would provide divergence here. And then we would have a move there. Raj, are you still here? So yeah, there's comp for you. It kind of looks about finished. All right, what's next? Next on the list, Solana. Let's look at Solana. Sure. Solana. There it is. All right, look at Solana, guys. I mean, daily chart. I mean, that looks like three waves. Again, all the charts are looking kind of toppy, kind of looking like, hey, we got three waves going. We got three waves rocking. So this is looking like it needs correction. Okay, so we've got this move here. We can get a boom, something like this. And this could be a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. That's the bullish look, even though what that does gives you a pump and then a dump and then moon. Okay? So that's the way I'm looking at Solana. It's probably 1 2 1 2 working. So we're looking a little pumpy right now and then dumpy. Okay? Just it's jiving with Bitcoin. Okay? It's jiving with what we're seeing with Bitcoin. This is looking ready. This is looking ready to go on up, okay? So looking for this to be an A, a B, and a C. It's looking ready. Okay. That could get more complex, or that could be simple. Boom. Simple. And then you come back down. Simple. Just depends on what happens here, how this goes up, how long it takes. But that right there is exactly what a pump first, followed by a larger dump. That's what we're looking for. So that's the way I would probably take Solana. And, this may take longer. You see how long this wave took? Well, this may end up taking long time as well to develop. But we'd be biased to the downside before we moon, before we go to the moon. But moon later, guys, moon later. So my best guess is that this is going to go up this week. Then I'm looking to short that. Potentially. On Solana. That's my best guess there for Solana. GRT USD. What's up, Adam? Thank you, man, for that. Appreciate it, buddy. When are you going to make another video, bud? When are you going to get something out there for us to watch? I'd love to see how you're looking at the market. Let's see. GRT USD. Let's look at it. GRT. Okay, this is looking a little different than the other ones, but not too much. Looks a little bit more bullish than the other charts do. Our GRT, I mean, man, I look at that and it looks a little bit more bullish. Doesn't that look bullish to you? What is GRT? I imagine this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diag. Well, I'll tell you, this chart looks bullish to me. So I just gave you the bearish look, but it all depends on what happens here. Does this do this? Or does this do this? And then up. At VIX, VIX. What's the you talking about the U.S. volatility index, Adam? And which one of these should I use? Excuse me. I'm waiting to see which one I should use, buddy. Hey, or hack, yeah, I'll get to LTC. There's only one X. I can use the S&P. Let's try the S&P and see what happens. I mean, it looks like it needs to start moving to the upside, but I don't know how to read the VIX, man, and how that would affect, how that affects price. But it looks like it needs to shoot up. Let's look at the weekly. Looks like it's about ready to turn up to the upside. See if we can catch Adam up with us. Scoot your bar. Yeah, I'm in the first one. I'm in the S&P 500. he's not catching up with us. Ah. So what am I looking at, man? I've never really read this. What's the VIX tell us? I mean, I know it tells us with volatility, but I'm not sure how to read this. But if I had to look at it, I mean, this is looking pretty. It's about to do that. I'm based on what I'm looking at here, looking at this RSI right here, looking like it's about to shift to the upside. Yeah, Adam's like 2 minutes behind us, guys. 2 or 3 minutes behind us. Anyway, he's got a YouTube channel as well, which we love. We haven't seen a video in a while though, buddy. So you're gonna have to get a video out for us. I wonder if I could text him. Let's see if I still have him in my phone. Dude, I still have it. Oh, is it a different Adam? Okay. You had me thinking it was Adam. All right, well, let's move on here. I'm not sure what I'm to look at here, except that that's what it looks like to me, something like that. We'll keep looking at that in just a minute. Chemo, if you could update my list for me, that'd be sweet. I can't find it. There it is. JRT. What's NQ? That's a stock. Okay, let's check out NQ real quick. Looks just like the S&P right there. That's the same count as the NASDAQ or the S&P. That's NASDAQ mini futures. There, yeah, that's the NASDAQ chart. Adam just texted me. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't the Adam I thought it was. Adam from Morocco. Okay. All right. No. I just got you confused with Adam, another Adam I know, buddy. Sorry. He just told me it's not him. Anyway, hey, if you've got a YouTube channel, Adam, I'll promote it for you. All right, buddy. But tell me what you wanted me to see with the VIX, because that's what I'm looking at. But I'm not sure how to read that. I've never really looked at it, to be honest with you. So let me know. Okay. So anyway, whoever asked for NQ, this is looking dumpy. It's looking like it's wanting to break structure here potentially. So let's see what happens with the RSI here. To the downside, boom, boom, boom. Let's see if that happens. I would definitely watch for a price break, something like that, and maybe another hit to the high, and then down we go, something like that, maybe. So watch out for that. That might be a nice top for us. We flag out for a fourth, hit the fifth, and then boom, go, or we start dumping from here. That's a possibility as well. But this looks dumpy to me. I look at this, and I'm thinking, man, that looks super dumpy. It just might need one more wave to develop, and then down we go. But this is looking toppy here, guys, over the next couple months. So I'm looking for I'm looking for this to break to the downside. So watch for a break into the downside on the RSI. That's going to let you know, give you a good confirmation of what things are doing. Okay? All right. So who's next? Yeah, I was talking about a different Adam, buddy. But let's see. Tesla, is that next? Anyway, Adam, back to VIX, man. What do you want me to see from VIX? I'm still interested to have that conversation with you. So, what do you see in there? And I'm seeing potential volatility coming back into the market here soon, very soon. That's the way it looks to me. So I don't know if that's what you're seeing or not, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, bro. Okay, back to Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. Boom. All right, Tesla is looking toppy as well. Looking kind of like an ABC here. Again, this might flag out here and then hit the high one more time and then down. That would give some divergence here, which I would love to see. I'd love to see that divergence, and then boom, down we go. It also hit higher on this wave. So that supports, again, we're looking toppy, but maybe not quite at the top. But this is looking like an A, B, maybe a C to develop, and then down we go. Okay? Yeah, definitely rewind. I did some. I did the analysis of XRP. It's rhyming with the analysis for Bitcoin as well. So rewind and check that out for sure. All right. So yeah, that's what Tesla looks like for me. It's kind of looking like a W and then an X wave, and looking for Y back down to the downside. So yeah, Tesla. I don't think we're gonna go shoot the moon on Tesla. I think this is some kind of correction, and then we're gonna come back down. So that's what I'm thinking. So we're close to this. I want to see what happens right in here. See if we get a turn to the downside. All right, next one. I'm just kind of broad stroking these guys. Just looking at the wave structure, just broad stroking these charts. Hope it's helpful to you in some way. After Tesla, we want BMRN. Is that a stock, or is that a? Yeah, that's a stock. on the NASDAQ. Let's see. The week. Ooh. Wow. Look at that chart. That's a cool chart. All right. I look at that and I'm thinking what jumps out at me really strong is that flat right there. That kind of looks like a flat. Man, yeah. Or is that's not a triangle. No, I mean that looks like a three wave. This looks like it's ready to go down, man. I look at this chart and I'm thinking, oh, this is ready to come down here. And then maybe go up for a second wave. So I'm kind of bearish on this particular stock, the way it's looking on the weekly chart. Now it doesn't mean we can't go up a little bit right now. It doesn't mean stock can't go up even to $100. In fact, looking at the small time frame waves, the daily, I would say it probably needs a bit of probably get up to 100. But if it gets up here to 100 to 110 or something, I'd look to short that guy back down. So I'd look for this move, okay, a pump and then a dump. And that's exactly what we're looking for in Bitcoin. Okay, we're looking for this kind of pump action and then dump action to follow. So that's the way I kind of look at that for now. That's the way it looks. Got a flat in here with a fifth wave. Yeah, let's let's get this wave up here and then down. Boom. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That would be some kind of a 1-2 or an A-B to the downside. So yeah, I see if you get a bit of a pump here to $100 or something, and then look for a break of that structure and then short it sometime later on this year. Yeah. Okay. What's next? QNT USD. Let's do it. Here, let me finish this here. Coinbase. Yeah, this kind of resembles ADA a little bit. This chart kind of resembles ADA somewhat. I don't like the chart. I don't like it. It's trashy. So this looks like 3, right? And that looks like 3. Could be a potential 5. Boom, boom, boom. So this is looking up for now. The first move, it would seem to me the next move is going to be some kind of a long here. Looks like it needs to go up. But man, this chart is ugly. And then maybe down. I don't know. I don't know that I can help you much on QNT. That wave structure is That wave structure is, I don't know, man. Let's see what the 4 hour says. Yeah, that's ugly. I'd like to see some kind of a move up and then down. Same kind of thing I've been looking for Bitcoin. And then up from there. That looks good to me, something like that. Maybe something like this comes up here and then comes down and then up. This may come up higher. That's the best I got for that one. But I think I'm biased on the daily chart. I'm biased up for a rally here. I think that's where I would be biased. The only problem here is that the RSI is pretty kind of overbought. Actually, it's not. It's come back down to the 55. So, yeah, I mean, there's room to pump here, but I would say it needs to pump pretty good. So it could be a short one to here, or a bigger one. Best I got there on QNT. That's my bias. Some kind of wave to the upside right now. That's the best. Sometimes all I can do is just give kind of a directional idea there. Hope that helps there. Oh, that'd be great, Adam. Thanks for sharing your ideas there on the VIX. All right. Let's see. What else am I missing here? ATAI. That's a stock. Let's look at that. On the NASDAQ. Okay, it's probably going to resemble the NASDAQ. No, it's not. It's not. So this is life sciences. So what is this stock I'm looking at? What is ATAI? J-Mart, which one did I look at for you? Did I look at... I'm wondering which one you said thank you to, because I didn't catch who did what. So I look at this and it looks like it's rounding a corner. It looks like it's pretty bullish. Looks like it's broken structure on the downside. Okay, we've broken, retested. Now we've got some continuation to the upside. I think there's a good chance this works its way generally on the daily to the upside. Okay, gotcha on the QNT. Thanks. See you, Evo. Have a good night, buddy. I'm about done. I'm doing everybody's requests. Did I miss your request, Evo? Let me know. So anyway, that looks like a good 1-2. This might be another 1 and a 2, and this might be revving up to the upside. So there's your bullish look right there. That this is a 1-2, 1-2 working, and then we go. Okay. If that's 3 waves. Maybe we hit the high and we come down and make a lower low, and then we reverse. So watch out for that on ATAI. But I don't know what ATAI is. Life sciences. What do they do? Do they do AI, artificial intelligence? What do they do? But it's at a real low here, so I guess this is the time to be thinking about buying. Okay. This is the time to think about buying. It's kind of, turning a corner here. Lots of room to the upside here on the 3-day. So yeah, I would say we're up for we're coming in for a rally here. That could be a 1-2, 1-2, but that's a long-term hold. Now, I don't know if that company's going to be around for a while or what, but this is buy zone. I mean, you're at $2 right now. So this is the buy zone. You're not going to be much closer to zero here. So, yeah, if the company looks good fundamentally, then the technicals look good for a buy in this area. This doesn't look bad at all. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I don't know anything about ATAI. I can't give you financial advice there on there. But if you think that the company's sound, it's going to be around for a while, it looks like a decent time to buy. It looks like a decent time to think about buying it and holding. Leverage trading, different story. That's a different story altogether. All right, and let's see. What's the next one? ATAI. And after that, we're going to look at Chainlink. All right, let's look at Link, and then we're going to call it a night, guys. Enjoyed being with you. I hope you guys have enjoyed there. Come on to the Discord if you're not part of it. Yeah, Link's disappointing. This looked like a flat. It just going sideways. What are you doing? So what did I do with Link? Three. Yeah, so Link looks like it needs to go up and make another high, okay? So that's what Link looks like. So it looks like you got an A wave right here, okay? And now this is a WXY B wave, and now the C wave needs to go up higher. So in other words, Link looks pumpy. If I had to guess about Link, Link looks pumpy as crap. Maybe. So this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe it pumps up here for a fifth wave. But once it pumps and finishes that, then we might be looking for another downward move. So, but yeah, Link is looking like a flat, but the B wave just took forever to play out. Now we're looking for the C wave to finish. It's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, Orhack, I forgot about LTC. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, this is looking decent there. Link is but the same thing. We're looking for this pump, maybe to hit the high, maybe, and then maybe a dump after that, an impulse, and that'll fit. Maybe this was some kind of a wave 4, and this is the end of the wave. This is some kind of end, and then we go to the moon after that. Maybe it's just an idea. So that's the best I got for Link right now. But this to me looks like a WXY. WXY. X to there. I suppose you can call that an ABC as well. A, B to here, and then C. Something like that. Either way, there's 3 waves in there, and then this is an impulse wave, looking like it needs to go up more on the 3-day. So yeah, I mean, it's looking like it could pump here. Looking like it could pump, but keep in mind, on the daily here, we've broken structure to the downside. Okay, so if we broken structure to the downside, this could be boom, boom. And then we could come down. So this might be already done. Excuse me. So yeah. All right, let's look at LTC. And we'll see what that's doing. LTC, what are you doing? LTC's made a flat, buddy. Look at that sucker. A, B, C. Now what? We got A, B, looking for C. LTC needs to finish this. And then down. That's exactly what we're looking for Bitcoin. Some kind of a pump back to the 618 retrace of that wave, and then dump maybe. So I think things are looking decent for that, guys. I really do. So I'm looking for a pump. I'm looking for a pump into a dump. And then we're going to be really, really bullish after that. A, B, C. That's the way I see LTC. So I'm bearish right now for a C wave. And then up. We'll have to adjust this target as this actually starts coming down. We'll excuse me, we'll adjust the target as we go. So, all right, y'all, there it is. Okay, Wave Rider's asking me for Cadena, and then we got to call it a night because I'm tired. It's been 2 hours and I'm tired. So, let's call it a night. Cadena, Tether, same thing on the daily here. Looks like it needs one more hit to the upside, a pump, and then a dump. And then we're looking for the upside like that. So that's the same thing I'm looking for Bitcoin. A little bit of a pump here, a bigger dump, and then upside. And that's looking decent right there. It's not a bad idea. A little bit of a pump, dump, and then up. So that would finish a 1, 2, 3. This would be wave 4 and then 5. So let's watch for that little pump on the daily. May have already started. See if you get 3, 3, and a 5, and then down. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 3-way pullback, and then you get 5. That gets something like that. All right, guys, there it is. There's Jim of All Trades Sunday Night Charts. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope those were helpful ideas for you as you trade the market. If you want to learn how to look at the market the way I do, come on into the Discord. Become a Patreon supporter. There's 3 tiers. Love to have you in there. With that said, y'all have a great night. Kimosabi, thank you, bro. Let's meet at Seth's this weekend. Huh? What are you saying? Let's help him fix his roof.